Hi guys, so I went to Ralph's. As you can see, my recording got messed up, so now I'm doing a voiceover. So I looked at Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds, and that's made by Post Foods, and the calories are 130 for 3/4 of a cup, and the total carbohydrates are 9%, sodium 6%, and sugar is 6 grams. Then I looked at Cocoa Pebbles, which are also Post Foods and have characters. The calories are 120, cholesterol 0%, carbohydrates 8%, and sugar is 10 grams. So I looked at Cocoa Pebbles and Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds while I was at Ralph's, and I was really shocked at what I realized. Cocoa Pebbles has the Flintstones on it, so that's the character, and Honey Bunches of Oats has nobody on it. I was really surprised at how similar they were in like nutrition. The main thing that I noted, like the calories were extremely close. It was 10 calories less, actually in the Cocoa Pebbles, which is surprising to me. And then the sodium was a little bit more in the Cocoa Pebbles, and so was the carbohydrates. They were even, and then the sugars in the Cocoa Pebbles were a lot more. So I was kind of surprised that they were so close in like nutritional value, and especially with the characters. I would have thought that, I don't know, I just would have thought that Cocoa Pebbles were a lot worse, and I don't eat cereal a lot because I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't have milk. But seeing that the Cocoa Pebbles were almost the same was really weird to me, because I do eat Honey Bunches of Oats, and I used to eat Cocoa Pebbles when I was little. I also looked at Frosted Flakes versus like Corn Pops, and Corn Pops never have a character on them, and those were my favorite when I was little, and I used to like Frosted Flakes also with the tiger on them, and the differences were really similar too. So this was actually like really surprising to me doing this, because I was expecting like drastic differences in the so-called healthy cereals versus like the other ones. So I thought Honey Bunches of Oats was supposed to be like really healthy, but I also tried looking at Kashi, but it was kind of confusing because there were so many different versions of it. I didn't really get to talk to the kids that much this week. It was Thanksgiving break. Like, it was the week before Thanksgiving break, and they had a festival potluck thing, so they wanted to talk about turkey the whole time and not cereal. So even though the kids didn't want to talk about the cereal a lot, I'll tell you why I liked them. I love Honey Bunches of Oats because, one, I think it's kind of healthy, and I just like that it's not super sugary. At least that's what I thought. Obviously, it's almost, well, it's definitely less sugary than other cereals, but it's not necessarily healthier, except just by the amount of sugar in it. So when I was younger and I liked like Cocoa Pebbles, Apple Jacks, like all of those really sugary cereals, they were my favorite because they were sugary, not because of character. I really didn't care about any characters on cereal, like the tiger on Frosted Flakes at all. Like, I didn't even know. Like, that's why Corn Pops was my favorite when I was a little kid. I think health and nutrition in my family really mattered. My parents were very like into keeping us eating like healthy food. I mean, they would let us have kids cereal, but just on like a limit. And I think that makes a huge difference. And I think that comparing like with marketing characters, just how characters are portrayed, like the kids see them in the store and they might tell their parents that's why they want them, but not necessarily because of like nutritional values. But then it's up to the parents to say whether or not that they want to let their kids eat that. But I was really surprised by my results of like what is healthy and what's not in the cereal. So hopefully you guys did too.